In October 2024, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appointed Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa as the Honorable Minister of Education and Professor Suwaiba Saeed Ahmad as the Honorable Minister of State for Education. This pivotal moment marked the beginning of a transformative era for Nigeria's education sector. Upon assuming office, Dr. Alausa and Professor Ahmad charted a bold course to realign the ministry's priorities. Their efforts were centered around the Nigerian Education Sector Renewal Initiative, NESRI, a key component of President Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda. NESRI's vision is to revitalize Nigeria's education system, positioning the country for a future defined by knowledge, innovation, and sustainable growth. The initiative aligns with one of the main pillars of the presidential priority deliverables: education, health, and social investments, acknowledging them as critical pillars of national development. NESRI's goal is to transit Nigeria from a resource-based economy to a functional, knowledge-driven one. Through targeted interventions, NESRI aims to tackle pressing challenges in the education sector, including promoting STEM education to equip students with vital 21st century skills, reducing out-of-school children by enhancing access and boosting enrollment, strengthening technical and vocational education and training to close the skills gap and provide employment opportunities for youth, advancing girl-child education by offering safe learning spaces and scholarships, harnessing data and digitalization to improve decision-making and foster innovation, enhancing quality assurance mechanisms to ensure Nigeria meets global education standards. These strategic initiatives, driven by the Renewed Hope agenda, are setting Nigeria on a path toward a more inclusive, innovative, and resilient education system, laying the foundation for a stronger, future-ready Nigeria. The first official duty of the Minister and Minister of State after their appointment was the inaugural press briefing, at which a handing over ceremony was held. After taking over, both ministers undertook an elaborate stakeholder sensitization with a view to bringing everyone under the education umbrella on the same page. This is to ensure that they all work in synergy rather than at cross purposes. In this wise, the Minister, Dr. Alausa, and the Minister of State, Professor Ahmad, held an extraordinary National Council on Education meeting, which is the highest decision-making body of the ministry, where policies and the policy direction of the ministry are decided. The ministers equally met with the principal officers of all parastatals and agencies, including NABTEB and UBEC. The Education Minister has inaugurated not less than 10 governing councils of newly established federal universities. The Honorable Ministers held an interactive meeting with pro-chancellors, chairmen of governing councils, vice-chancellors of Nigerian universities, rectors of polytechnics, and provosts of colleges of education. Other stakeholders interacted with, in view to selling the new education initiative, include the Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, Brigadier General Olakunle Nafiu, where they discussed and incorporated all HND graduates on full-time to serve. Dr. Maruf Alausa also declared open the Third Fund Research Exhibition and was conducted around the stands to view research equipment manufactured or produced locally by the various tertiary institutions.
We have a president that is so determined to changing the environment, and the environment is changing already. We have a good environment, namely environment for our researchers and innovators to come in and innovate. But the next step is moving this innovation, these researches from the lab, from bench to the market.
The minister also met with members of the Nigeria Economic Summit Group, NESG, who applauded his love for education even while he was previously Minister of State for Health.
We have a clear agenda of what we want to do, and as we do this, we want to move our country from a resource-based economy to a knowledge-based economy. Our plan for achievement and how we intend to give a lot of our citizens give them to the digital expertise that will service the world.
Dr. Alausa and Professor Ahmad also granted 11 private universities their operational licenses. At the event, Honorable Minister of Education expressed President Tinubu's dissatisfaction on universities that had fulfilled the criteria for approval but were denied such for over 4 years. It was in this regard that the President mandated the minister to ensure that the universities were approved in record time. The visionary ministers held high-impact intervention project for medical school rehabilitation across 6 geopolitical zones just a week ago in collaboration with TED Fund. The ministers met with many international partners, including the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, where emphasis was placed on how an advanced country like Japan could assist Nigeria in the teaching of mathematics and the sciences. The JICA team, led by the Nigerian head of the agency, Mr. Yuzuru Susumu, promised to do their best to assist Nigeria in this regard. In an interactive meeting with principals of secondary schools drawn from across the country, it was revealed that the minister's mother was actually a teacher. This news was received with joy, as it assured the teachers that the minister was on their side.
Today's dialogue is not only timely, but it's essential. It presents an opportunity for us to share ideas, to interact, to rub minds together, share ideas, experiences, and practical strategies that can drive progress and sustainability in the development of our federal unity colleges.
As a professor of education, the Honorable Minister of State, Professor Ahmad, also used the occasion to challenge the teachers to work diligently as professionals. Still on education, the Lumina Girl Child Initiative remains a key program focused on empowering young girls, bridging education gaps, and fostering innovation for a brighter, more equitable future.
Both girl child and boy child. But then, if you train a girl properly, they become the woman, they become the mother, and eventually become the matriarch of the family. What you're doing by training a girl child is you're breaking the cycle of poverty completely. And today, I'm very happy to tell you, our children, both boys and girls, you have your back covered by our number one citizen, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has your back. He's a fervent and benevolent believer in human capital development.
Today, we reaffirm our unwavering commitment to quality, inclusive, and equitable education for all, with a special emphasis on empowering the girl child and also enhancing learning outcome for every student. Education remains the bedrock of national progress and sustainable development, and through the Lumina Girl Child Initiative and our broader quality education and learning outcome initiatives, we are taking decisive steps to bridge educational gaps, foster innovation, and equip our young people with the skills, competences, and knowledge needed to thrive in a dynamic world. Equally vital is our commitment to illuminating pathways for the girl child and women, ensuring that education becomes a powerful tool for breaking barriers, driving economic empowerment, and fostering gender equity.
Education must be free in Nigeria.
Continuing with the stakeholders' interaction, the newly elected executive of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, paid a courtesy visit to the minister in his office. It was at this meeting that the minister opened up on the relevance President Tinubu places on Nigerian youths, who the president believes are tomorrow's leaders. In a rare move appreciated by all Nigerians, the minister, Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa, undertook a guided tour of the abandoned National Library Headquarters project in company with the Chief Executive Officer of the National Library, Professor Chinwe Nwakego Anunobi. It will be recalled that the original contract for the National Library was awarded on 11 March 2006 to be completed in 2 years. But 19 years later, the National Library is still housed in a rented edifice, while its 11-story headquarters remains abandoned. The minister's visit is renewing hope that the renewed hope agenda of President Tinubu will revive the National Library project and give Nigerians a befitting National Library headquarters. At a World Press Conference held at the National Press Center, the minister highlighted the achievements of the ministry since the beginning of that administration and equally projected the areas of focus in the short and long term. The leadership of Dr. Maruf Tunde Alausa and Professor Suwaiba Said Ahmad has injected fresh energy into the Ministry of Education. Their commitment to meaningful reform holds great promise for the future of Nigerian education. As their efforts continue to gain traction, Nigeria's education sector is on the cusp of a major transformation.